Hello, welcome back to my channel. From this episode, I'm gonna share some real content with you and hope you will still enjoy it. But before I get started, shall I be a little bit emotional and vulnerable with you for a second? Please. Because I really want to do this simple acknowledgement that I forgot to do in the last episode. I'm so sorry. I really want to say thank you to some of my old friends and new friends. Like, thank you for putting some few on my podcast project. So thank you, Vincent. Thank you for bringing me to those English corners to let me know my command of the English language is actually okay to handle this podcast. Thank you, David, because I know in the past 2 months I bombarded you with my thoughts and daily life, but I do find inspiration from the process. Thank you, Jasmine and Val. Thank you for encouraging me to do it. And also thank you, ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, because I'm such a novice in this field. But you teach me how to do the video and audio editing. And one last big thank to the law of attraction to bring me all these good people, so that my small achievement, which is this podcast, can run smooth. So thank you all. Now let's crack on. Today I really want to share with you how I learned to be grateful from my workout and yoga practice. The inspiration for this topic comes from a similar experience with Eloise, who I mentioned before is my favorite podcaster. She talked about a yoga session she attended, and there her yoga teacher taught her something. Okay, the story is like this. So you know that when we wear yoga pants, our bodies are basically naked. People can see any little curve or bulge on your body if you have it. And she feels so insecure about her calves because they are a little bit chunky. And at this point, I'm really on the same page with her. I almost never wear miniskirts or leggings because I feel a little bit shy about my calves too. And of course, like Eloise, I would be very jealous when I see those skinny legs. But during that yoga session, her yoga teacher said, "Your body can move. And that's enough to be grateful for." These words just hit me so hard. I began to ask myself, did I ask for too much? Throughout the world, there are so many people who are not blessed with a healthy body, and I am here to be so greedy. So all of a sudden, I said to myself, hey, look at you. You're here free to run, to jump, to dance. That's all enough to be grateful for. And again, her yoga teacher said, it's not all about how much you have in life. It's all about what you have. It's exactly what you need. It just reminds me of what I read in a book. It says, how can a single human cell measure 1 in 1,000 of an inch across contain instructions within its DNA that would fill 1,000 books of 600 pages each? The more we learn about the workings of the body, the more we realize how vast is the intelligence at work within it and how little we know. Our body has already done so much to protect us from injury, viruses, and sudden heart attacks. That's why we should really be thankful for what we have. I realized during the past years how greedy I am to crave skinny legs while there are so many people who cannot even physically move. At the moment, I felt so bad for myself, specifically my mentality. By the way, the title for the book is The Power of Now. Check it out if you are interested in. Now, on a regular basis, I still go to the gym to do the workout, go to the yoga studio to practice yoga, and I have stopped having those kinds of cravings. But I do know when people are not in that scenario, they easily forget about what they have. That's why I think sometimes we should really remind ourselves about those moments you got hit and learned something. On that note, I also want to tell you that the body can be shaped, and the biological factor of the genes accounts for no more than 10%, which means you can change your body shape through some effort and the correct theories of anatomy of motion as support. Sorry. Because I followed a private trainer to learn more about my body, I learned how correct posture when working and sitting and walking affects muscle structure, and how proper muscle engagement ensures that the joints and the muscles function as intended. Thanks to this process, the chunky parts on my calves have been improved, and I've got a new perspective on workout which is beyond beauty. My reasons to keep doing workout is as follows. Sorry, it's a little bit long because it's really an answer that I have been thinking about for a long time. I will just read it out. I would rather be healthy than just to look good, and my idea of beauty has changed. And I want to feel that what does it feel like when every deep muscle in your body starts working? And what does it feel like when your muscles and the joints all do their own jobs properly? I want to see if working out can really slow down aging. I want to find out if it helps people stay strong and face death more naturally when they are old. I want to feel the power of the mind. I want to feel how repeating the same movements can create more possibilities. And I want to feel how my state of mind will change. Okay, back to gratitude. I feel that we just have a lot of things to be grateful for. It's like a hiccup or a subplot can ruin your day. A small moment can also make your day. So I thank physical objects, like the train. Every time I go downstairs to catch the subway, and just at the moment I arrive at the platform, if the train is coming, I would feel so thankful. I just say, thank you, the little metro, thank you for saving me 3 minutes, because that 3 minutes was so important for me that day to make sure I would not be late for my seminars or meetings, whatever. And I thank people around me. One of my colleagues recommended a book to me last year, and I didn't take it so seriously. I just randomly downloaded it and put it into my Kindle and never opened it. But this year I finished this book. I guess several weeks ago. I was tearing in the final chapter because I resonated so much with the author, and I know every one of her life philosophies, and I understand deeply what she is saying. So I went back to thank the colleague who shared this book with me. I said, "Thank you for bringing this book to my life at the right moment." Yeah, I think that's how I understand gratitude. I guess it's when I began to embrace this world, I really found countless moments adorable and made me feel thankful. I'm gonna use this little subplot happened last week to wrap up this episode. I think this little story can be called How I Cherish a Small Moment. It happened on my short business trip to Beijing. Very unluckily, the day I have to take the metro in the rush hour when so many working people are commuting back home. And I guess I was the last one who got on that carriage at the time. So it means I was so close to the door. And when the door was closing, I noticed the man next to me, his hip was almost getting stuck between the doors. And I just couldn't help having a very funny facial expression because I was so worried about him. But it seemed he knew he was fine. But at the moment, a girl standing on the platform captured my face and began to laugh so hard. And she waved her hand to me to say bye, good luck. And I was surprised, but just without thinking, I smiled back and waved back and felt so happy. I guess at the moment we know it's a real human connection, a shared love. Of course, at the moment there is no concept of strangers, and this is how we can be grateful for a short moment, even because of someone you don't know and you will never meet again. Okay, I think that's all. I'll just end this episode here and hope you have a wonderful day. And alongside my journey, thank you for still being here with me. And bye bye. See you next time. Stay outdoors until the dancing's done. By the way, I think probably the day I upload this video will be on May 20th. And I don't know since when this day becomes popular among Chinese young people to celebrate love. Because the Chinese pronunciation of Arabic numbers of 5 to 0 is very similar to I love you in Chinese. But to be honest, I really don't like this idea. So last year, I initiated a small event among my friends, which is to make this day a Chinese Thanksgiving Day. So on that day, I said to every one of my friends, thank you. Thanks for your very existence in this world, because you are such a beautiful human being I've ever met on this planet. And today is this year's 520. Again here, I want to say thank you to everyone in my lovely audience. You are too full of life to be half loved. So wish you good morning, good afternoon, and good night.